Welcome to the Tush Twins, heard exclusively on malcolmpresents.com, a streaming platform heard around the world and beyond, someplace in outer space. Anyway, take it take it away, Max.
Well, I'm Maxine Faith, and
I'm
you are
Rusty Rose, Paula Rose, Auntie Cuckoo. You name it, it's me.
the redhead, and we're the Tush
Tush
Twins.
Twins.
And Malcolm is our other cheek. We still didn't figure out, but that's what we're when you
Yeah,
we're
well, I
using
haven't
that.
figured out where I go in the anatomy.
Right, yeah, which cheek? Just don't turn the other cheek, or maybe do. I don't know. Anyway, we've been friends.
Maybe I'm the other cheek.
You're the other cheek. That's what I say.
Hmm.
You're the other cheek.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. So we're kind of done. But you know that we've been friends forever since maybe I wonder were our embryos when we were
Probably.
embryos?
I was a little older than you, and I used to
No,
yell at you from
were
my
we
mom's
embryos?
stomach.
Were we embryos? Were
No,
we
the
breathing
embryos.
at that time? Let's go
I
to
don't
Alabama
know.
and find out.
Well,
Anyway,
as long as you weren't frozen embryos.
that's what I'm saying. Anyway, so we like to like banter about silly things, but also some serious stuff. And so we're both I'm not gonna say at the age because I don't want to say that, but we used to talk about like guys and movies and fashion shows in downtown Brooklyn. What did we get in that packet there?
Oh my
All the
God,
good.
that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. And it was fun. It was
And
fun.
A&S's.
A&S, the frozen milk bar, which we still don't know how to make that. But and now it seems like every time we try to, we get the show, we record on a certain day every week, but sometimes one of us has to go to the doctor. And we've been looking at each other like, what the hell is that all about? So there's a song by the Rascals called Good Lovin'. So I'm gonna start, we're just gonna do a little stanza of it. So here we go. I'm going to take the lead on this. So I was feeling so bad. I asked my family doctor just what I had. I said, Doctor,
Doctor,
Mr. MD,
doctor,
now can you tell me
doctor,
what's ailing me?
doctor. And she
He
said,
said,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. All
Oh,
I
please.
need is one good thing. Hey, good loving.
Give me that good love. Give me
Good
good loving.
loving.
Good love.
So
Give me
all I
that
need is,
good loving.
yeah, we need good loving. So at this
I
point,
got it.
I keep saying to myself, like, where are you, Dr. Welby? Where are you, Dr. Pollock?
Dr. Kleemer.
Yeah. And who was your family doctor, Malcolm?
Yeah.
Dr. Schulman.
Dr. Schulman. So there you go.
Dr. Schulman took care of me from a baby pediatrician to I think
Yeah,
I
he
was
was
like
mine too,
I think I was like
Dr. Kleemer.
72. Now I mean I was well into adulthood.
Same thing with Dr. Pollock.
Yeah.
And
He
I
would
went
take
to Dr. Pollock when I became 12 when Dr. Kleemer retired.
right.
But
Well,
when you call the doctors, there's always an answer.
right.
You didn't have to wait 45 minutes on the phone call on the line till you got some assistant nurse who said he'll call you back or she'll call you back or what I do with Kaiser now, they say, okay, we'll send a message to him
Yeah, message
or
my
her.
butt. I went to PT today, and the guy goes, I'm going to send you exercises. So I get on my phone, and I'm looking at it. It's literally a video of the exercise I should do, and a brief thing. How many reps. I'm like, it is a different. I'm saying it because it's a whole different way of doing things, and now there's video and phone visits. And I mean, Dr. Pollock, you called him anytime. I know my mom told me that when Mitch had appendicitis, she explains to him, and she goes, he goes, get over here now. She goes over there and he gives her money for a cab, calls the doctor at the other side and bring him in now. And he was like a kid. He was a baby. He was like a toddler or something. And
Mm,
that would not
that
literally
doesn't
happen.
happen anymore. No,
No way.
Nothing happens.
Well, also aside from that, you go to your general practitioner, right? He
right.
says, no, I don't do that. Go to, and
Right.
then you set an appointment for 3 months later.
For the pinky
That's
doctor.
the
Oh,
problem.
Right.
3 months is good.
It's good. It's a year sometimes.
I've gotten calls in and it was a year. I
Mm-hmm.
called in and they said, what was it? It was a January, and they go, oh, we have something in March, and I'm like, cool, March something, and I'm like, oh, great, um, 2025.
2025.
Right.
What are you talking about? What are these people doing? What I
Yeah.
mean, it's the
And,
conglomerates have taken over. You're
and
talking
the
about
answer,
Kaiser.
and the answer is generally like, if you say, well, it's more of an emergency, and they'll say, good, go to the emergency ward,
Right,
Yeah.
go to the
Or go
emergency
to
room,
emergency clinic.
but they're
911,
horrible. My
urgent care.
doctor Klemer, when I was sick, his office is down the hall. He would come to my house.
Yeah.
Yes, they
It
made house
wasn't the
calls.
house charge. He would come in
Yeah.
to the house and
Hmm.
you call him at 2 o'clock in the morning. He lived down the hallway from us. He came to the house.
Right. There are now. I had a GP, and I was calling to see, like, you have to do your yearly, checkup. So
Mm-hmm.
we call the office and they go, he's not here. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
where is he? He's not here. Um, we'll call you back. And I'm like, okay, this makes no sense. What do you mean he's not here? And then we find out, hubby finds out that he's not there completely. He's left. Didn't send anything to us stating that he left the practice, which is not a good thing until 6 months later, finally. But what did this guy do? He got so fed up with the system, he joined a concierge doctor.
Mhm.
I know a few of them.
Right. So this, if you have dinero, you can now sign up to get that house call and to get that 24-hour a day service.
Yeah.
And pay, it's now that's the thing.
Yeah.
Pay for a concierge doctor. You
We
want
met
me?
this one
Pay up.
doctor in the city at one of our dinners for Chef
Mhm.
Trinidad.
Chef Bungie,
And
yeah.
he was the concierge doctor. He says he gave up his regular practice. He said it was ridiculous.
Well, they're really doctors now are not. You used to be, you would have your own practice, you'd have your own, hours, you'd make good money. Now
It's all
you get
conglomerates.
Yeah,
now
well, it doesn't
you're,
pay for
you're
the
working you're working for the man. Literally, you're working for the conglomerate.
it's expensive
Mhm.
for the doctors to have their own practice. I think a major portion of it is insurance.
Well, that's the major
Well,
thing because
that
they
that's a
do
good,
most.
yeah, but now you have to, like, up here, there's been a giant blowback to Optum, which took over another thing from this group Caremark. You can't they don't bill correctly, they overbill. You can't get in
Yep.
touch with them. There's no you can't make appointments, you can't find doctors are leaving this place in droves now. And I don't blame them. They're being treated
No.
like crap, and the patients are suffering, and the doctors
Yes.
Yeah.
are suffering. I mean, you go to school for certain things. You go to med school and you have residency, and if you're going for neurology or cardio, I mean, you're going to be a resident for like 5, 6, 7 years,
At
depending what
least.
you're doing.
They
So,
should definitely go into plastic surgery. I'll make
they,
money.
yeah,
No
but
insurance.
And
yeah, but
and and,
not
and no and
everyone
no
can be a
emergency.
play. It's only so many. Well, they do have emergencies, actually.
Plastic
There are,
surgeons?
yes, if someone gets injured to the point where, they're really messed up, they will call in a
Mm-hmm.
plastic surgeon on emergency. Absolutely.
Bad
So,
doubt. especially for
also
burn victims.
you're talking about doctors. There are no more doctors. There are ologists. There's
Yes,
neurologists. There's psychologists. There's a dermatologist.
Right.
And I think the older
there's a
I'm getting,
crapologist.
Crapologist, yes.
crapologist.
I try to stay
Yeah,
away from the
yeah.
crapologist.
And it seems the older I'm getting, the more ologists I go to. I don't, 10 years ago, I don't remember going to any ologists. Now I have a neurologist, a urologist, an ophthalmologist,
Right.
a
I know.
psychologist.
A pinky up your
Right.
tushiologist. I mean, I don't
And
know. I mean,
Crapologist.
crap. That's
and
it. The crapologist.
and you go to your regular doctor and say, like, I have this little pimple over here. Do you think it's I should be concerned about? Who'll look at it? I don't think so, but let me make an appointment with the dermatologist.
Right. Everything is you got to go to somebody else. You
You
go
gotta go
in
to an
and
ologist.
I mean, again, Dr. Pollock, Dr. Welby, Dr. Kleemer, Dr. Schulman, whatever,
Schulman. Yeah.
where it's not even possible anymore. The solo practitioners are dinosaurs. My husband is one of them. It's impossible to keep up with the insurance companies to file claims. Um, and it's just down the line. I mean, God forbid you need to go to the ER. You don't have a clue how much that's going to cost you.
Oh
There's
my God,
nothing
yes, I
that tells
do.
you thousands upon thousands of dollars, and you don't know what it is. You go in because hey, you got to go. You're not asking questions, but when you get that bill and you see $20,000 for an ER room for one day, what is that about? I mean, it's they just continually do stuff that makes your head spin in a circle. And I mean, and they don't even have to tell you what the charges are. How do they just keep doing that shit? It's just insane. But
Beyond.
yeah, I mean, I was reading a little bit about this. Is people in the U.S. go to doctors less often than those in other nations, which is likely related to the U.S. having a below average number of practicing physicians because they're leaving. A lot of them are
Yeah.
saying, I'm gone. I'm out. I can't. The stress is killing these people. U.S. is the only country among those studied that does not have a universal health coverage. In 2021, 8.6% of the population was uninsured, making standard medical care expensive and out of reach to a large percentage of the population.
Yeah, well, how many are there? I'm a member of HMO, Kaiser Permanente.
Right. But once you're attached to an HMO, you can't do anything else. Basically, you have to go in network to them and
Right.
so the Medicare supplements, you have to be really careful now. I have a good one, and you do too, Paul. You
I
have
do too.
the ARP Plan F. Plan
Right.
F is like a super plan. And when you say Plan F to a doctor, they go ooh because they know it's like kind of, the one that they would want to hear. When they hear, Malcolm, that you're on the supplement that's not it's like an HMO, it's a whole different way, of treatment.
We can go
So,
anywhere we want.
right, luckily.
I can't go
Yes.
anywhere I want, like, but it's an emergency. I can't go if the Kaiser isn't there. I can go to, an emergency doctor,
Mm-hmm.
emergency room, and not get extra charged.
But your doctors that you go to are in Kaiser Group. That's who you
Correct.
have to go to. Right. What I'm
Yes.
saying is, you know, we don't. Luckily
We don't
this
have to do
plan,
that.
um, you can go
Yeah.
to anyone. And I
Anyone.
prefer now going. I mean, I live in Westchester and I go a lot of the times to the doctors in New York to NYU.
Yeah.
I'll
But
take a
what I
train.
like part of it that they also have everything that I have or do is in their computer. So if
Yeah,
I
me
go
too.
to if I go to another doctor in Kaiser, all he has to
Hmm.
do is go into my computer record and they could say, oh, well, you're taking so and so medicine, so I can't give you this. So they know what to give you and not to give you.
I have I don't know if you see that little purple thing. It's NYU with I have like two or three different apps for Columbia,
Mine
Cornell,
is
and for
Atlantic Health.
right. And how are they?
it's a conglomerate. The same thing with my other one. I'm with Premier Health.
Mm-hmm.
So each doctor in network I use, but I could go any doctor I want. So I
Right.
take some from column A, some from column B.
As long as
It's
they're in
like
the
going to a
network.
Chinese restaurant.
Mm.
It's crazy. It just, I mean, the fact that there people who don't want to go, doctors don't want to go into family practice.
Yeah, they
So
don't.
how do you treat, I mean, how do you, where do you go?
Well,
Where
like
do you
today,
find
we went to a dermatologist today, and the
ologist?
doctor
Okay,
goes,
dermatologist,
anologist, a
a skin doctor,
dermatologist, a
right?
skin doctor. So we went there, and she goes to Dennis. When did I'm glad you came, but why didn't you call me? He goes, I did. And I have this appointment for 6 months. He had something on his back and on his leg. The doctor says, call him. He did. She tells him that she doesn't have the nurse says not for 6 months.
Now,
It's
today?
ridiculous. Yeah, but now he got an appointment for 3 weeks.
Oh my God. I couldn't deal
It's
with that.
ridiculous how you have to wait.
Uh,
And I was talking to her like I need a gynecologist, but I can't get an appointment for a full year.
yes,
And she
that's
goes
my,
the same thing with she's a doctor and she can't get appointments.
so I have one down, down at NYU, and I wanted to make my yearly appointment, and I called in January, and the date I got was in August. Well,
It's
not quite a
ridiculous.
year. It's still within the year. It's mind-boggling. And the only
It's
time
beyond.
sometimes when Les gets in a puffy huffy, he'll call the doctor, and he'll
Mm-hmm.
go into doctor mode, and he'll like pull it. He got me something for like April, somewhere. It's just like you can't go to a doctor. Now they have something called City MD, which is it's like an urgent care, but actually it's
Yeah.
almost like there's one up in
Go into
Hartsdale.
emergency.
But no, 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 it's
Huh?
not. I mean, I went there's one there are some that are hard like that, but then there are
Mm-hmm.
some that are not like that. And the City MD, the one up in my area, which is I think in Hartsdale, they were terrific. I needed to go there to get a COVID test, and I needed to get something for when I went to the Caribbean, I needed proof, so I had to go somewhere to get the thing and but when I had something, I had a cold and I wasn't feeling great, and I went there, they were fantastic. I mean, so far, and now that they do treat certain gynecological issues now, they sent me a letter, if you're having issues, come, make an appointment. So I don't know, it's just
They
it's
don't have that here. But my regular
weird.
doctor, Dr. Hanson, shout out to you. If I called him and said, I'm sick and I have say, strep throat, he'll, he won't let me come into the office with it, but he'll do a Zoom call. He'll call me that night and he
Hmm.
calls back. And when I have blood work, he, he actually is the one that calls me
Yeah,
to
that's
give me the
unusual.
result. It's very
You're
unusual.
lucky. You're lucky. I
And
mean,
it's also
basically,
Dr. Shen, the same thing. The
my
Dennis is my heart specialist.
they don't now you get all your blood results on an app. When I took my
Yeah,
last blood test, I got the results on my app. I actually got the results before my doctor got the results.
yeah, because it
Now,
comes, I
I'm
get
not a
that
freaking
too.
doctor, and so you look at it as normal, 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 and then one was a little higher. Normal, normal, normal,
Yeah.
normal. So out of all the blood tests, all were good except two were slightly up. I never got a
But did you
call,
know what it was?
you know. Yeah, I know what it is. So
I don't know. I wait for the, I don't even bother looking because,
I know what it is because I know what it is because I know what it is because Les told me what it is
Oh, because
because
oh,
he's a doctor.
he's a doctor.
So,
So
so, so, so,
that's one of
Doctor,
the
Mr.
doctor,
MD,
Mr. MD,
Mr.
so,
doctor.
PhD.
so actually, the answer to the problem is Whether you're a
Marry a
man or a
doctor.
woman, marry a doctor.
Right, something
Yeah.
like that. But then you'll never see them. So, I
Yeah,
mean,
I didn't
not
say you marry. I didn't say you marry for
That
love.
sounds good.
depending. You should have married a doctor, Paul. It's
Wah,
no,
wah.
wah, wah, wah. But I mean, I know people have the same issues we're having, and I know that the more we complain, it doesn't do any good. It doesn't. There's nothing that's
Or to say, it's goodness helfen. It
yeah.
doesn't help. That's Yiddish.
It
Doesn't
doesn't
help.
right. It doesn't help, and that when one of the candidates says now they want to get rid of Obamacare now, if he gets in,
Yeah, but
yeah, well,
they've been saying this.
I know, but still,
I'm happy I'm with Medicare.
well, that's it. There
I
should
worked hard
really,
enough for it.
there should be a different level of Medicare for all in this country. You shouldn't have to go through what people are going through to see a doctor
It
and be
was
covered.
Maxine, it was
No,
worse. It was worse when I didn't have, when I was on Obamacare, as much as yeah, I believe in a lot of it. But when I was not on Medicare, to
that,
get a
no,
doctor, a
when
gynecologist to me, the closest one under the Obamacare for me, was in Bridgeport, New Jersey.
that's the
Almost 2
insurance
hours.
company. It's
Yeah,
not
the insurance companies.
Obama didn't do it. It's the insurance
Well,
companies.
no, I'm
The
talking about the
insurance
insurance. You're
the
right. It's the
insurance
insurance
companies.
companies.
It's not he tried to get so
It's
that
the market.
people could have at least people were going uninsured. So what do at this point, I had the same issue before I had Medicare. I was
Yeah,
on Emblem Health or something, and it's like,
but I'm
you know,
lucky. I'm
well,
on
but
Medicare and I'm only 49.
that's right.
Yes.
And I'm only 48. Wait,
I'm
I'm
still
40.
48 till
Wait, I'm
Tuesday,
48
so
and a half. You're still 48 until Tuesday.
Tuesday.
And yeah, and
Very
Malcolm is
young
Malcolm is
Medicare.
50, right?
Now,
Malcolm,
I told you I tell people I stopped counting at 50.
yeah.
How old am I? I don't know. I know I'm 50. Beyond that, I don't know. I could be 60, I could be 70, I could be 80, I could be 90.
Right. Right.
Well, you don't look it. You look so good.
But I don't look 50.
You don't look 50. You look 49.
49.
Right, 49.
As a matter of
Oy.
fact, I see now that I've shaved my head almost.
Why
Yeah.
did you do that,
I
Malcolm?
look bald.
Why did you do that? Why'd you shave your head?
I didn't shave it. I have this little clippers and I got it
Yeah,
down
but
to the
why?
same thing. Why? Because when I woke up in the morning, I looked like Albert Einstein. My body, as I got older, my hair has no body to it.
Yeah,
So my
but
hair comes out like
You know
this.
what? It looks nice.
You like it?
Yeah, I do. I actually like it.
I like more hair.
Yeah. Well, what
So
I wanted to do, which my wife doesn't let me, she would throw me out of the house, is grow a David
A
Letterman
beard?
beard.
Oh no, I
oh
throw you
no
out
no no
too.
no 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 no. Oh
You're
no.
becoming a hipster
What do you
at your
Yeah,
think?
age.
The next thing
I'm going back. I'm going back to my hippie days.
the next
Peace,
thing
man.
then you'll be doing the ZZ Top beard, you know.
No, well, I can't do that. That's the problem. I mean, I've had a beard most of my adult life, but I never could let
Yeah,
it grow. It doesn't really grow out. It gets bushy. It doesn't get long.
No,
right.
Dennis tried to grow a beard once and he looked like Tio Pepe.
Oh no. That's
It's
not
like
good.
departed day was not, it didn't come in. It was very funny.
No, I've
Really?
always had a
Well,
beard.
he
I
has
think
a baby he has a clean
He has a baby face.
he has a baby face, really.
Yes, he
He
does.
does. He always had a baby face. Cause he's the baby.
he's a
Hey, a
baby.
baby.
I've had a beard since my early 20s.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, except it was a little darker.
Well, a little darker,
A
A little
little.
darker.
just a tad. Uh, yeah,
Just a tad. And my hair was a little darker.
yeah. Well,
Just a tad.
I saw pictures of you with
Well,
the
if you go to MalcolmPresents.com. The picture in front is me about 40 years ago. And I have the full beard and I'm in the tuxedo. You know
Oh,
that
yeah.
picture, right?
So I know that picture. So why don't
That-
you put another
that's
picture
me.
of you? That's the one you want on there, even though
Correct.
it's 40 years ago.
Right. Well, it's not that I'm hiding. People see me in the show. I'm
Well,
not hiding behind
we
a
say
curtain.
good loving, Doctor, and now I think the song we need is "You're So Vain."
You're so vain.
Both of
Me,
you. It's is it a Pisces thing?
I think
I don't
so.
know.
It must be because you are both. I love you. I love you both. But there is vanity within you.
Not me.
There is
Just because I'm going
oh
for Botox.
no. There is vanity.
Well, the next year
Not me.
I'm getting my
Excuse me.
I know.
I'm getting surgery on my neck because as I get old I get this little
Waddle.
waddle, and
What
I
is the
think
surgery gonna do?
I think I'm gonna
Look at
get
my neck.
I think I'm gonna get rhino
I
surgery
don't have it.
and get my nose smaller.
Seriously,
And
man, have you lost your mind?
yes,
I see nothing wrong with it.
Well, call up Jane Fonda's people. You know, they do a fairly decent job.
Jane looks good.
Jane's
Yeah,
86.
God
She's
bless
80.
her.
No, you know who I'm impressed with? Her Jodie Foster,
Yeah, well, she's
and
like
I think she's
60 something.
61 or 62.
Yeah, well, she's on a new show. Some
True
cop.
detective.
She plays
True
a
Detective.
cop.
That she looks her age. She doesn't really wear makeup in that show.
She wears no makeup.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
I was
she's
shocked.
a sheriff or a cop or something.
Yes, the sheriff.
Did you watch that show? I haven't
I'm
watched it.
watching
Yeah,
it now.
Sheriff in
Yes.
Alaska.
Is it good? Oh, she's in
Yeah.
Yes,
Alaska.
it's very good. I
It's a
watch
little
all
weird.
those.
Do they
Yeah,
film it
this
in
one's
Alaska?
weird.
No,
It's-
actually, they film it in Iceland.
In
I saw an
Iceland.
interview with her.
Truly? Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, wow.
but they're actually out in the cold and the ice for the reality.
Yeah, it's a
Wow.
good show.
Yeah, no, I don't watch. If it's not going to make me laugh, I'm not going to watch it.
No,
No, this
I've
is
been
definitely
watching.
not going to
They
make
have
you
a new
laugh.
series now, a Shogun.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it.
It's
Every
good.
time I'm about to watch it, I think of Richard Chamberlain.
Yeah, it's a remake from Richard Chamberlain.
Is it subtitled?
No, some of it is.
Some of it is at the
Hmm.
beginning.
Well,
But it's a remake of the Richard Chamberlain, but it's based on the
I
book
know.
by
I know who you're talking about.
yeah, the
Noble.
Shogun, John Clavel. Clavel?
So- no, Noble.
No.
Noble? I don't know. We got way off topic somehow.
We
The-
always do. What the hell?
Who in Shogun? How was their medical care?
How was it what?
Did they use ancient Japanese remedies?
You have a headache, off with the head.
You're off with a head.
If you got a headache, we'll take care of that. We'll just take your head off. No worries.
James Clavel. Clavel?
James Caravel? No, I don't know. I'm not watching it, so
Yeah.
I can't really tell you.
But it's a great book.
Yeah,
Oh,
the book was good, and the
wonderful.
movie. I mean, the short series was one of the most watched short series in the
Shogun.
80s of anything.
Shogun
uh,
is a 2024 hyphenation
oh.
point drama hyphenation point one
Yeah.
season that first aired in 2024 and stars Anna Sawai, Hiroyuki Sanada, and Cosmo Jarvis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
James Clavel.
Is
Yeah.
was that Siri or was that what voice was that? Amazon? What voice?
I don't know.
Alexa?
It's on Google.
It's Google's. Who is Google?
I don't know whose
voice
voice that is.
different from the. Sounds similar.
I wonder if they get residuals.
She'd be
I
a
don't
billionaire
know.
by now. She'd be a billionaire. You can ask questions to Alexa, and then if you say you get an answer and you go, "Thank you," and they go, "It's my pleasure to help you." And if you need anything, they give you an answer back. It's hysterical. It's
Dennis
so
loves
funny.
to say, I love you. What's her name?
Alexa?
Alexis. And she starts singing, thanks for saying I love you. And she
Really?
sings this whole song. You're just as sweet as
Oh, and we're
pie.
just on the tip of the iceberg with AI. Just on the tip of it. Oh my God. I don't even
And she
know.
says, as always, your favorite AI.
Your
Does
favorite
she?
AI?
Yes.
Really?
Do you have Alexis?
Yes.
Go say, Alexis, I love you, and watch what she sings.
Yeah, I don't know who I have.
I don't know.
It's
That I will. I
hysterical.
will. You know, I have the echo, whatever. I have
Dennis,
the
so he loves hearing it. He does this at least once a day.
Well, yeah, because you
I
don't
got a
say.
well,
weird
then
husband.
that's better than that's better than going to a doctor. So, you know,
It makes
that-
him happy.
if it that right, you don't that's one less doctor, that's one less istologist you need to go to. So if Alexa says I
As I
love
say,
you, it
I don't
makes you
go to doctors anymore. I go to ologists, and I
right,
never
right,
had
right.
that.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, now I have everything. I have the only thing I don't have a proctologist.
wait, that's but
Oy.
that's the
I have a
pinky up.
urologist. I have a neurologist. I have a cardiologist.
Yeah, everyone
I am a neurologist.
I
I'm
I have a psychologist, and
I'm a shrink.
you're a little
Anyway,
shrinker.
according to your
You're a
brother,
shrimpo.
I knew
You're a
you were gonna do
shrimpo.
that.
Shrimpo.
He used to call me Shrimpoat all the time.
anyway, Shrimpo.
All
Uh,
right. Thank you.
and,
I answer that because
and Rusty.
my boy up there, my boy. So yep. Yeah, Rusty.
Our half hour is up.
Really?
Shalom.
Right.
Oh
We get-
man. What
I hope
fun,
I
fun,
hope people
fun.
who are listening to this show think it's a fast show.
I don't think it's a what show fast.
It thinks a fast show that they listen to it and they say, "Oh my God, it's over." I don't
It's
believe it.
over. It
It's
was so quick
over.
because it
And,
was
It's
and
so
with no
over. It's
funny.
commercials.
over. It's
And what did they
over.
talk about? I don't know.
We don't know either.
We don't have, we have
We
no
we
idea.
did hit the subject though.
We did
So-
more than normal.
More than normal because we're talking.
Actually, the
Oy,
subject
You know what?
was-
Because
so
we're
I
all
got
we're all
something here.
pissed off.
Oy, I got a
Oy,
headache.
oy,
Oy, my ass
my
hurts.
brain. Oy.
It's called the Oy Vey show.
the oy.
Oy,
Well then we know who would
I'm
be on it.
kvetching.
And if you're not Jewish, it's called the Audio Show. Oh
Okay.
God.
Oh God.
Oy,
Okay. Oy.
Anyway,
I'm
it's
All
been fun,
right.
kvetching.
guys.
Well, catch the Tush twins. Have
Next
fun.
week on MalcolmPresents.com, Tush
Oh,
Twins.
okay.
Be there
Tush.
or be.
Arrivederci.
Bye.
Arriva
Arrivederci.
dirty.
Peace out.